Today we are doing a pick a card video for October 2023. I have cards 1 through 5, so think of your number now. Hi everyone, I'm Donna Stellhorn, your practical astrologer and your practical tarot reader, and I'm the author of the video course, Tarot Reading the Natural Way. There's a link to this course in the description. Today we are doing a pick a card video for October 2023. I have cards 1 through 5, so think of a number. This card is going to represent the opportunities and challenges you may face in the month of October. If you chose card number 1, you chose the Page of Wands. So in the court, the page has the least power but plays a very important role because back then this was the method of communication. The page would deliver a message from kingdom to kingdom or deliver anything. And so this was the conduit for which all information was happening. The pages also got to travel. They got to go and do things, whereas the other court members of the court may have been, locked in their castles. So we see a sense of freedom here also. Now this card is Wands, and so this is about action. And so this is about talking about the actions you're going to take, planning things, telling others about the actions you're planning, or telling the universe. Now, the interesting things that we see in this card is that he's ready for the journey. It is time to go. It is time to take that action. And so the connection between thinking it and doing it is shrinking. There's less planning time now and more action. And I'm saying he, but this is a gender-neutral card, so sometimes depicted as a boy or a girl. This is gender-neutral. So now we see on this person's cloak that they have salamanders. Now the salamander represents the fire element and wands are fire, but if you'll notice that some of the salamanders are biting their tail and some are not. So the biting of the tail indicates a closed loop, like the thing is done. The open salamanders, the salamanders who are not biting the tail, indicates things left undone, the things that still need to be done. And so we have that indication here. We also see in his hat, he has the flame coming up, and that flame indicates new ideas and opportunities, as well as the leaves on the wand itself. So we have something new happening. But if we notice the landscape is a desert. Not a lot of resources there. So this is about you beginning something, taking some action, even though the resources for completing this may not be there yet. So over the course of this month, you may tell others what you're planning to do, as well as receive messages about actions you can take. If you chose card number 2, you get the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is a fascinating card because here we see a person in a completely precarious position, but they themselves are at peace. We see the halo around their head, and so they are receiving some sort of enlightenment. So it's quite possible that you have recently been through something extremely difficult, and now you have a new understanding about yourself, about your own personal power and abilities, about how the universe works because of what's recently happened to you. We see the Hanged Man because they're upside down, seeing the world in a whole new way. So this is maybe a time to be looking at situations that are occurring and saying, how can I see these differently? If this is an experience that seems negative, what are the positives about this? What are the benefits that could be seen? Now, over the course of this month, you may come to terms and find this peaceful information, to find this enlightenment. But overall, you cannot stay in this position because this is in itself uncomfortable. It is also difficult to free yourself from this precarious predicament. So you'll need to ask for help. And that is that your hands may be bound. Your foot certainly is. So that there is something here that says it may be time to ask for help. And that doesn't necessarily mean that the person that you ask is going to give you that help, but somebody will. Someone will come and help you with this. And that, again, helps you with the spiritual enlightenment that you're receiving. So while this can be a challenging card, understand that this is a necessary part of the process where you get to a point where you understand why the things have happened in your life, and understanding that transcends the everyday. It transcends the obstacles, and this understanding can help you in the future. But it also says that now that you've received enlightenment, it's time to get some help so that you can move out of this situation. If you chose card number 3, you get the Sun. And the Sun is a very straightforward card. It says, enjoy life. It is time to enjoy life with that childlike curiosity and innocence that makes everyday stuff seem wondrous. And so this is about being in nature, interacting with animals and trees and plants, of waving a flag and saying, I'm having a good time. So this is about going out and doing fun things, even if these are things you've done many, many times before, but seeing them with fresh eyes, to see them and say to yourself, oh my gosh, I'm having such a good time. And when you do that, you are renewed. And so the Sun card for you is to go out and celebrate. If you chose card number 4, you get the Empress. The Empress is the queen of all the queens, and so she has abundance in her life. She's sitting on her throne, and that is so comfortable and so covered with pillows. And we see in the background a lush forest. There is a stream. There is wheat growing at her feet, wheat, the staff of life. And so we see that she has abundance. She's wearing a cloak that is decorated with pomegranates. Pomegranate is the traditional symbol of fertility, of creativity. And so this is one of the 2 pregnancy cards in the deck. So if you're wondering about a pregnancy, this could indicate a positive energy. Now, the pomegranate says that you can create, and she has many, many pomegranates on her gown, and so she can create and co-create with the universe because we see the stars in her crown. So this is about first realizing that you have abundance, and second, to understand that you can create what it is that you want. The Venus symbol here in the heart shows us that you are discerning, that you are figuring out what it is that you want and what it is that you don't want. And so this is the task for this month, is to decide what you want and then to see it manifest in front of you, to understand that you are this source of creativity and that it starts first with you deciding what it is that you want. Now, if you chose card number 5, you get the 3 of Cups. This is a great card. It's about celebrations and coming together with friends. Now, what has been going on here is there's 3 women, and they are out doing the harvest. And they're not finished by any means, but they come together and to celebrate. So this is about a spontaneous celebration. This is about calling up a friend and saying, let's go have dinner. And having the best time. It's not planned, it just came together. Or even just meeting somebody in passing when you're at a store and saying, oh, let's sit for a while and talk. And that's the type of celebration that we're seeing here. This is also about coming together with people that you know, and so that can be siblings or relatives or close friends or neighbors. And that you're all different, but you are celebrating one thing, something together. And so you're finding something that is joyful. This is not coming together with a friend and then, saying what's wrong with life. This is focusing on what's wonderful in life. And so this is This is your card for the month, and it indicates there is going to be some spontaneous celebrations. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're interested in learning how to read the tarot for yourself or as a profession, check out my video course, Tarot Reading the Natural Way. There's a link in the description, and I'll see you in the next video.